keeps. Hurts cuts. Hurts has the first down. And Jalen Hurts might have just put it away for the Eagles.
The Philadelphia Eagles select Devontae Smith, wide receiver, Alabama.
What is up, everybody? What is going down? It is Dives, Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. Welcome to another edition of Party on Broad. Today we are doing a 3-round mock draft, a live mock draft simulator. This is number 6 on the books. Guys, I'm going to be doing like 20 freaking of these by the time draft night comes, but we've done a lot with the draftnetwork.com's mock draft simulator. We've done one with Pro Football Network's mock draft simulator. Today we are doing PFFs. I've never done one of these. Last week I did my first one with Pro Football Network. It did pretty well. So, bear with me, guys. If you're watching us live, be sure to smash that subscribe button and comment. Comment in the chat and let me know who your selections would be as the draft continues. Again, we are doing a 3-round mock draft. So let's see how this goes. We are the Philadelphia Eagles, 3-round. Let's put the speed halfway. Care for positional value. This is something that PFN and Draft Network does not have. So we also have a meter for randomness, draft for needs. Yeah, that looks good. And then public versus PFF board is pretty cool. I'll put that like halfway. I don't even know what that boards would look like at all. So let's just jump right into this thing and see how this goes for the Philadelphia Eagles. Enter the draft. Start the draft. How you guys feeling, by the way? Like, we are a few months away from the draft. Daniel Jeremiah just dropped his first mock draft, man. It is here, man. It is all upon us. Tomorrow, I've got a Georgia Bulldogs podcast and we're going to break down all the top prospects of the Georgia Bulldogs, like Nakobe Dean, Jordan Davis, George Pickens. List goes on and on that team. They are stacked. But let's look at what happened here. Derek Stingley, number 1 to the Jaguars. Kyle Hamilton, number 2. Evan Neal to the Texans. Tibbs goes to the New York Jets. That is a great steal there. Hutchinson to the Giants. I don't like that. Wow. This draft has Aiden Hutchinson and George Karlaftis to the New York freaking Giants, man. Giants are loading up there on the defensive end. Matt Corral to the Atlanta Falcons. He's the first quarterback off the board. David Ojabo to the Broncos. Nakobe Dean to Washington. Garrett Wilson. Kenny Pickett is the second quarterback off the board. I don't like how this fell at all, man. I really don't. All the major edge rushers are off the board here. So I'm sitting here at pick number 15, and this is, again, the no-brainer. Daniel Jeremiah's latest mock draft had Ahmad Gardner going 5th in his first mock, and that's where we're going to go here with pick number 15. We're going to make that our first selection. We've got a trade offer. The Chargers want to trade a pick up. They have pick 17. Interesting. Nah, we're not going to do that. How do we go back? I don't want to do a trade. Draft player. There we go. Now we're back. All right. So we've got Ahmad Gardner here. We've got our CB1 of the future. I'm going to go with my wide receiver 1 of the future, and that is Drake London, one of my favorite players in this draft. I have my wide receiver rankings dropping within the next couple of days, and Drake London is among the top of the board. This is an X receiver, but he can also play in the slot. 6'5", contested catch dude. But just, you look at the way the NFL breaks. You look at the playmakers across the board with the Kansas City Chiefs, Jamar Chase, Deebo Samuel, guys that can be lined up, Cooper Kupp, all over the field and just take advantage over mismatches. Drake London is another one of those guys. So I'm going to make Drake London my pick here. we are on the board now. Looking at who was just taken. Desmond Ridder to the Chargers. Interesting. Khair Elam, I'm really high on that dude as well. We're sitting here at pick 19. Just trying to get a grasp of what's available here on this big board for PFF. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take Devin Lloyd here. No brainer. A guy that is an outside linebacker, but a jack of all trades, can get to the quarterback, drop back in coverage, go sideline to sideline, play downhill, stop the run. Yeah, I think we're starting off pretty strong here. I think we are starting off pretty strong. All right. Teams are offering a trade. I probably should have practiced with this before we started, right? All right. We are not up again until pick 51. Let's go resume trade. Resume draft. Andrew Booth Jr. to the Packers. Jahan Dotson there to the Bucks. Interesting pick there. The thing that I don't have right now is an edge rusher. I need to add an edge rusher on this team. How do we change it back to so I can see the board? I don't understand. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can trade with the Detroit Lions here for pick 34. I don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. All right, let's try the Texans. Pick 35. I'm going to move up like 15 spots. All right, we did it. We are on the board here. We are targeting an edge rusher, 100%. Logan Hall, Jermaine Johnson is a really interesting player. I'm going to go with a guy that I'm really high on, and that is Trayvon Walker. I love the way he has really fluid hips. This is a guy that is 6'5", 270 plus, but he's really good at getting to the quarterback, obviously. But he can thrive in coverage. He's got just a ton of passes deflected. For me, I'm going to go Trayvon Walker. I got to get an edge guy for this team. So for that being said, we're going to let this roll a little bit. I made my trade up. I traded a fourth rounder to move up about 15, 16 spots into the second round to ensure that I get one of the stud edge rushers in this draft. I think that is the best group in this class. The edge rushers is super deep, super strong. I just didn't want to miss out on some guys here that I really, really like. So we're adding playmakers, man. This Eagles team is adding playmakers through and through. I'm liking this draft. I'm a big fan. We're waiting here until pick 83 is on the clock. We're rolling. All right, here we go. We're going to just skim who was taken. Breece Hall, running back out of Iowa State. Chad Muma to the Giants. I really like that guy a lot. Nick Bonito to the Falcons. Kyron Williams to the Seahawks out of Notre Dame. I really like that guy too. I think running back, getting a day 2, day 3 running back for this Eagles team would be a really smart idea to pair with Kenny Gainwell. Channing Tindall is really interesting. JoJo Doman is really interesting. Tight end is a low key. I just want to add playmakers to this team, man. Alec Pierce is a really interesting name. 6'3" wide receiver. Really good speed, really good quickness. Needs to build on his route running. Not a good route tree. He's a guy that I'm watching big time in the Senior Bowl, especially with the combine. He's a lot of raw talent. He just needs to kind of get some polish, right? Isaiah Spiller sitting right there. That is an interesting name for the Philadelphia Eagles. I only have one more pick here in the third round. Sky Moore is an interesting name, but I already got Drake London. Although, do we double dip on wide receiver? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that's a wasted move. Although I don't even know how much Jalen Reagor's going to play next year. I'm sure he will get some snaps. He shouldn't. But again, right now we've got Ahmad Gardner with pick 15. We've got Drake London, pick 16, big time, number 2 wide receiver to go next to Devontae Smith. Devin Lloyd, a linebacker, an absolute playmaking stud there. That will be Eagles fans will love that guy. We then traded up for Trayvon Walker in this top of the second round, which I really, really like. So we've got a quarterback, we've got a wide receiver, we've got an edge rusher. Now we're sitting here, and we're probably just going to take the best playmaker possible. It's probably unlikely. It's probably unlikely. But I'm going to double dip. Nah, TJ Edwards did a really good job. I like Channing Tindall because, I mean, he's a speedster. He's like Davion Taylor. Like, he can go sideline to sideline. Again, a little raw, kind of like Davion Taylor. He's nice. Troy Anderson's a really interesting name. Jack of all trades kind of dude. Yeah. How about Isaiah Spiller? Let's see what it says. 6'1", 215 pounds. I like this dude. I've been high on a lot of these top running backs like Kyren Williams. Let's go Isaiah Spiller here for the Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to get a guy to sit with Kenny Gainwell. And again, we're trying to add playmakers to this roster and grow and grow and grow and get stars. So I believe that should wrap it up for my 3-round Eagles mock draft. Guys, if you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. Message me on Twitter. DM me on Twitter. Anything NFL draft. It is draft season. There's nothing better, man. There's absolutely nothing better. There is our pick. Our results here. Ahmad Gardner, I've got a CB1. I've got a potential wide receiver 1. Devin Lloyd, we all know about that dude. Trayvon Walker's a 3-down edge rusher. And Isaiah Spiller here out of Texas A&M to really fortify this Eagles rushing attack for next year. So I'd grade this probably like a solid A-. Like I at least my top 4 there are bona fide starters on the Eagles starting next year. No questions asked. Isaiah Spiller will be a rotation guy. No doubt about it. Loved what I saw out of Kenny Gainwell. I apologize. I'm not the biggest Booby Miles guy. That next contract scares the crap out of me. He's not worth it given his durability, given the fumbling, given the issues between the ears. Talent is there, but getting a young running back, on a team-friendly contract moving forward for the next several years is an absolute no-brainer. We need talent in that backfield. So there it is. Let me know what you guys think of it down in the comments section below. If you love the Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to smash that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Again, I'll have a Georgia Bulldogs podcast tomorrow at 6:30. We're talking Trayvon Walker. We're going to be talking about Jordan Davis and George Pickens, who's a really interesting downfield threat at wide receiver that would pair well with Devontae Smith. A lot of great names on that Georgia Bulldogs team. So thank you, everyone, for watching. Be sure to smash that subscribe button for the last time. Stay awesome, everyone.
Third down. Hurts keeps. Hurts cuts. Hurts has the first down. And Jalen Hurts. But it just put it away for the Eagles.
The Philadelphia Eagles select Devontae Smith, wide receiver, Alabama.